Hi, I'm Melinda. Grab a cup of tea and follow along as we read through the Gospel of Mark this Lent. Today, we're in the middle of chapter 6. A couple of readings ago, Jesus sent the disciples out two by two, giving them power over demons and telling them to take nothing with them but just to do the work. Today, in today's reading, they come back. They give Jesus a report of all they've done, but we don't get to hear it. What we see in the gospel is that Jesus says to them, "Come away and rest." Jesus understands the importance of a rhythm of work and rest. But do the disciples get that rest? Not this time. The crowds follow them. The crowds follow them, and Jesus has compassion on the crowds, and he begins to teach them, seeing that they're like a sheep without a shepherd. And he teaches them for long, long hours until the disciples say, "Hey, Jesus, this area is remote. Send them off to buy food, to get something to eat." Jesus says to them, "You give them something to eat." And they look at him like he's crazy. Now, these are people who had given power over demons, who had been given authority to heal. And when Jesus asked them to feed people, they look completely stunned. What, are we supposed to spend a year's wages to buy food for these people? And Jesus said, "See what you have." And they find five loaves and two fish, which Jesus blesses and breaks and has them distribute. I have seen a meme going around recently that says it's not our job to feed people, it's just our job to bring the five loaves and two fish. But Jesus says to these disciples right here, "You give them something to eat." So I think we have some responsibility. After that, they decide to cross the lake, and Jesus says, "I'll dismiss the crowd. You go ahead." And Jesus dismisses the crowd and goes off to pray, and the disciples are heading across the lake, accomplished fishermen, and they're struggling because the wind is high and they're rowing against the wind. Jesus comes out to them walking on the water. They freak out. Jesus says, "It's me, it's okay." And he gets in the boat and the wind dies down. So, in the first instance, we have Jesus multiplying what resources there are in order to meet a need. And in this instance, we have Jesus taking away the need for a resource, human strength, because now the disciples can row quite easily across the rest of the lake without fighting the wind. Still, the ministry just keeps on going. Jesus gets to the next place, and people have recognized him, gathering around, and Jesus keeps on healing. Sometimes it feels like that, doesn't it? That one thing after another happens, one responsibility after the next, one need to meet, another need to meet, and another and another. There are seasons of life where that's just true, where exhaustion kicks in, where we just want our bed. I'm having my bedtime tea. And Jesus meets us in those places, sometimes taking what we have and multiplying it and giving us what we need to continue. Sometimes taking away the need for our extra strength by smoothing the path in front of us. Sometimes just meeting us there. Jesus is always ready to stand with us, to work with us. Let's invite him in. Have a blessed night and good rest.